Can you smell what the flock is cooking? We back, live in effect, straight direct for my flockers and flockettes, my flaquitos y flaquitas, my mama flockers and papa flockers. You already know it's game day eve. And around this time, at this time, you know how we always do at this time. Because I always know the time. It's always time for the Eagles, baby. Yes, please believe. But right now, let's keep the maniac thing the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe if you about that Fly Eagles Fly. And drop a comment in the box if you're flying with the flock. Let's fly. You know what? Oh, yeah. And before I forget, make sure you join that Maniac Thing Noti Gang. Ring that bell so you get a notification whenever I'm on this thing right here. Doing what I'm doing, how I'm doing what I'm doing for y'all, for me, for all of us, all in all. But most importantly, for our Eagles. What are we throwing in our flock pots today? You ask. You want to know. What do we have for our flock pots? What are we throwing in our flock pots? Let me see if I can throw this off the top. Nope. Gonna have to look at the notes as usual. You know what we do, man. Fly Eagle Fly PEP Rally. As we always do on game day eve, P.E.P, because you know I spell that fly with the P.H for Philly, baby, already. Let's go. Fly Eagle Fly PEP Rally, we got that. We throwing that in the pot. What else we throwing in the pot? We throwing in the pot injury reports for both sides, and we're going to break down how we feel, what we feel is going to go down on either side. We've got also fun facts. You know, always try and drop a fun fact for you guys for the weekend, for Friday. Usually it's Fly Eagle Fridays, but we stripped it to Saturdays. It was Turf So Good Saturday last week because you know this is a constant state of flux. But we are pumped. I know you're pumped. D-Pitty's coming back to Lincoln Financial Field tomorrow. And I hear there's all this debate about whether you're going to cheer, whether we're going to cheer, we're going to boo. Like, it's not even a debate, but you know, they always try and throw these little crumbs on us, little things from the past and all that. I mean, things happen throughout all fan bases. You know what I mean? Like, but we ain't even getting into that. Let's stay focused, maniac. So let's get into the fun fact for this week, all right? Fun fact for this week for your flock pots. We've got the Jaguars trying to go 3-1. The Eagles trying to go 4-0. The last time the Jaguars went 3-1, I believe, was in 2018. In 2018, they started 3-1 and finished with a record of 5-10. So for them to go 3-1, it doesn't bode too well as far as what's happened in the past. But that was craziness. It was a wild season for them. I believe that was right after their appearance in the championship game, in the AFC championship game. They were coming off of that season, going crazy. They were still the hot thing, and then they start 3-1. You're like, oh, these dudes are gonna do it. And then I believe they got hit with injuries and just it got crazy over there. Those are the coffin years, you know, weed man disease and all. I don't know. Oh, and you know me, I'm always watching last week's game on game day eve. They're like, it's about to happen. Touchdown to Devonta right before the half. Oh, God, 18 seconds left. Jalen Hurts gets the snap, drops back, scans the field, looks over to the left. There he is. Devonta Smith rises up and snatches it. Forget the Slim Reaper. It's the Slim Reaper with the touchdown. I'm right back in it. Oh, God. So anyway, yeah, little quick play-by-play. What y'all think about the Maniac going live? I don't know. I don't even think I'm ready for it, so we're going to drop that one. But, oh, yeah, drop in the comments. Let me know who y'all think's name is on the back of this jersey. Drop down in the comments who you think I'm rocking with today. And there's also a reason why. But we'll get into that later. So that's the fun fact for the Jaguars. Last time they began 3-1 was in 2018, and they finished with a record of 5-10. Yikes. The last time the Eagles began 4-0 was 2004. We know what happened in 2004. We went to the Super Bowl. Another quick loop back, because you guys have heard me say this tons of times, but it seems as if every time we snatch up a stud receiver, there goes the Batman capes. Oh my gosh, we got studs all over. Batman's everywhere. Oh yeah, I went with the black hoodie, man. I see everyone. Stay focused. Everyone's got their Batman mask, bro. I gotta get one. Give me a kick, bro. So anyway, so you got 4-1, 2004. We go to the Super Bowl with that stud wide receiver, Terrell Owens. Then we go and snatch up Alshon Jeffrey. Where do we go? To the Super Bowl. We have 2 studs this year. What? 3, I forgot. They are all Batmans. 4 Batmans. What we got? Utility belt Batman and Zach Pascal. You know what? It's crazy. And I told y'all Dallas got an XL Batman. We got the whole offensive line, sexy Batman. Oh my God, Slay is crazy. Small head, big durag Batman. Miles Sanders crazy. I'm going to try and drop all of that, what I just went down in the description. You'll probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you a real one, and then you're watching everything like I try to watch everything. My eagle eyes on everything all the time. So we got, last time we started 4-0, we go to the Super Bowl. T.O., you remember he got injured, but he still showed up in the Super Bowl and balled out. The one thing I still look back and think, if you would have told me that next day, after Donovan McNabb throws for 350 and I believe, 4 touchdowns, and T.O. caught 11 passes for 100, damn near 200 yards, that we lost that game, I'd smack you and say, what are you, stupid? Stop playing with me. But that's exactly what went down. I still, to this day, I don't know how. Time out, y'all. To this day, I don't know how that went down. My voice cracking. I'm still getting emotional over that. Yeah, I was super superstitious back in those days, bro. I was not trying to go to any Super Bowl parties, anything. Like, I locked myself in a room, leave me alone, wrapped in a blanket. I believe I may have been a little under the weather at the time also, but I didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. I just wanted to focus on the birds. Next time, I made sure everyone was here. I'm going to drop that video for y'all one day. I got it. Anyway, we'll get to that later. So we know how that season ended and how the last time they were 3-1, how their season ended. Pretty sure neither of us won our seasons in that way. But if you had to choose, you would go with the team that went to the Super Bowl. And I think if we were to do that this year, I can't believe I'm used to talking like this. But it was just for fun fact's sake, right? Nope, I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to speculate into what. But anyway, yeah, you would much rather have what the Eagles had than what the Jags went through, right? So something's got to give, as I always say after I drop these fun facts. And you know what? They giving, we taking. Get them the fuck up out of here because I see the world through Eagles colored glasses at all times. So wrap that one up, get that one up out of here. Yeah, that was your fun fact for the week, people. Tell me what you think. Let me know what you know, what you know, how you flowing with that. And what you think of that. This is a weird one. I don't know. I was contemplating even dropping that one, but I was digging, trying to find something fun, some correlations, whatever the case may be. That's what I came up with. Let me know what you think. So we got that. Next up, we're going into the injury reports. Injury reports for both teams. Of course, we're going to start with the whack ones first and say the best for last, right? So we're going with the Jaguars. Saw 4 people on the injury report. Compared to ours, there were many, but it's a little. I like the little chickeration we got going on over there with how we're listing people. So you've got 4 people. The two people are definitely out. They have Chason. I believe that's Trayvon Walker's backup. Chason, I believe he was a high draft pick a few years ago. What's his name? Clavon Chason. Yeah. So he's the backup, which is rough on their end because, the way that boy, but Trayvon Walker seems like the type that could go all damn day. He's been a beast, a game record already, only 3 years into his career. So it's someone that we definitely have to watch out for, but he doesn't have that guy to spell him. Could leave them susceptible to big plays from the Eagles, baby. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. But anyway, so he's definitely out. And then a backup guard, Cole Van Lanen. He's out. He's the guy backing up the guy that's going at Fletcher Cox, I believe. So, could be value places, could be not. Who knows? We'll see how that transpires. But the big names on that list, I believe, was Shaq Griffith and Zay Jones. Both starters, both questionable. I believe Zay re-aggravated an injury during practice this week. So there's a possibility that he may be out. If he is in, he'll be limited. So that could bode very well for us, being that he's been a big part, an integral part of their offense thus far this season. So you've got that going for them. And Griffith, I believe, would be the man defending A.J. Brown. Woo! Batman, bat signal. Boy, you better call somebody because you don't want them types of problems. So that could be very bad for them. As far as what's going on our neck of the woods and our neck of the nest, we've got issues not issues. 2 guys are out. My God, I wanted to do a whole video about this dude. Everybody forgot about Devonta, talking about Slay and Bradbury. I believe he's been one of the biggest parts. Well, everyone, they're just such a cohesive unit right now. But anyway, Avonte Maddox is out and Boston Scott is out. The word around town, everyone seems to believe that they're going to slide over They're going to slide AJGJ over to the safety position because he's played there and he has numerous amount of snaps. Most definitely the majority of his snaps in the NFL have come at safety. So logic would tell you that, oh, we're going to slide someone from here and throw him in there. And I just do not believe that to be the case. I mean, I've heard Eagles media personalities, Eagles coaches in the past just stating that to move someone from one spot to another spot, then take someone up and put them in that spot, there's too many moving parts. So what I believe more than likely is going to happen is that AJGJ is going to stay where he's at. Chauncey Gardner is going to stay where he's at. I keep calling him AJGJ. CJGJ. Whoa. My name Chauncey. Can I call him Chauncey? No, I'm calling him Dreaded Batman, right? Dready Batman. Batman ranks. Many ranks. Batman from the CJGJ, right? So he's gonna stay in a position where they've had him playing thus far. And I believe that this man, well, not this man, but the man wearing this number right now is gonna slide in. Mr. Zach McPherson is gonna slide into the slot and do what he does. And I just believe we have a lot of pieces. We don't want to do too much. I heard other people say they hope Reed Blankenship gets his shot over there. Perhaps Kayvon Wallace and da-da-da. I just don't believe that to be the case. But who knows? Who knows? It might be one of these tricks and Gannon's. You know what I mean? One of something in Gannon's back belt. You know? Who knows? So yeah. That's what I believe will happen. Drop down in the comments what you think. What you think Gannon's philosophy will be, or perhaps Gannon's strategy will be in the upcoming game pertaining to these injuries, to the injury on the most notable injury on defense. Then you've also got Boston Scott will be out for the offense running back room. That activates Trey Sermon from the practice squad, puts him into the big club, and we're going to see what he has. I'm super excited about that, especially because of one of the things that he said in his presser in the locker room. So not so much a presser, when they were interviewing him in the locker room after practice, I believe. So they're asking him about, what were some of the things, transition-wise that he had to go through as far as coming to the Eagles. And he spoke on this, that thing, this, and that thing, this, that, and the third, right? But what he said, one thing that he said that stuck out to me, he was like, coming over here to the Eagles, a lot of the things they do that I like, which is why I like being here, is that they share similar philosophies. A lot of things that I used to see in Oklahoma and in Ohio State also. Put my eagle ears up. Eagles have ears, I don't know. The feathers went up. Eagle eye went up. Took a closer look. I do recall people saying that the Niners weren't quite using him the way that he'd been used to being used, which, you're a professional now. You go to a team, you do what they do, but, the way it seems like our coaches run things over here, even though there are cases where they don't. I mean, especially with Gannon, like, you want players that fit your philosophy and da-da-da-da, whatever the case may be. Enough of that. So, but anyway, they weren't using him to the best of his ability, to his skill set. So we might see something tomorrow. I might drop him in a few lineups tomorrow to see what's going on. Yeah, something can transpire. I believe Miles Sanders, he popped up on the injury list a few times this week, a few limited practices. And, Kenny G with the Sweet Feet music, he'll still be out there. But, maybe complimentary backs. Something that I'm looking forward to seeing, needless to say. That being said, let's keep this PEP Rally train going forward. That's your injury report, the Eagle Maniac way. A little silly over here. But this is what I do when I do how I do what I do, right? So that's what's going on with the injury report. Let's keep this PEP Rally going. When we doing PEP rallies, Fly Eagle Fly rallies, more often than not, you gotta big up what's going on. But before we pick up what's going on and all that. So tomorrow, my Green Bear choice for the Eagles game, I try and get either a green can. Well, I haven't had any green beer yet. If y'all know of any green beers, let me know. But last week I went with Centennial IPA from Founders and went with another Founders beer. I told y'all about that watermelon salt beer the week before, and I was just like, Oh, actually, it lasted me 2 games. Right, it lasted me 2 games because it was so bad. So whatever the case may be, I was like, damn, I had one left. I couldn't find it. I don't know if my wife threw it in the garbage, put it up. I don't know. It's in the I don't know. Can't find this one last, what was it? Green Zebra Beer. So I had to go and buy these Centennial IPAs from Founders also. It was strong, and the Eagles came out strong. So I toned it down a little bit this week, getting a little chiller. So for week 4, we going with the hazy IPA, hazy little thing, I believe it's called, from Sierra Nevada. Yeah. So I've had those before. So it's nothing new. Green can though, you know what I mean? Green-esque. So yeah, just trying to chill out, slowing the ABVs. So we're gonna chill out, take it easy, and still for the celebratory shots, you know, I'm still rocking with my JMO, baby. Green bottle all day, every day. Let's go. We got that going on. Oh, and what am I adding to my playlist? I'm adding the song I'm going with this week because, you know, the playlist just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's pretty soon I'm not going to have any time before the game to do anything else but listen to music, right? But, or, you know, maybe sometimes I take something out and put something back, you know, just stay with the mainstays. Like I said, you know, dreams and nightmares all day, every day. We're rocking with that crazy and fly Eagles fly. You know what I mean? Then whatever else pops up around that is what we do, right? So this week I'm going with, because Hall & Oates is very near and dear to my heart. Philly band. First band I ever seen in concert. I believe I was like 4 or 5 years old. I don't even know how I remember this. Memory pins landing. Well, I do know how I remember. Got like, it was so damn loud. I don't know if I had a headache or something. My parents put earbuds, there weren't any earbuds. You know what I mean? Little things you stuff your ears with, noise cancelers. What the hell am I talking about? Don't know. Anyway, very near and dear to my heart. Very near and dear to my heart. Hall & Oates. Yeah, laugh. I don't give a damn. I rock with Hall & Oates. And it's gonna be, can't go for that. Can't go for that. No, can't do it. You can't go for that. We ain't going for that because we ain't going for that. We shutting all that. Dougie, man. You gotta go, bro. You gotta go. We can't go for that. Thank you for all you've done for us. But now you gotta smack you up, zip you up, put you in the body bag. I don't know what the hell. So we getting them up out of here. So that's what we added to the playlist. Not just that, but we here to pep up our team, right? We here to pep up the team. So who we pepping up? We gotta pep up. I'm giving my shout-outs right now. Shout out, special Fly Eagle Fly shout out going to Jordan Davis. Come on down, boy. Our boy Jordan Davis showed out last week. He was the top rated rookie as per PFF in their ratings last week. So he's starting to show and prove, starting to flash, you know what I mean? And his limited snaps, he's productive, which is why I believe he rose to the top, because of course this is a metric-based thing in PFF, and the amount of snaps that he was in for and the productivity that he produced while he was out there, you know, put him at the top. And he's making the most of his spots, his chances out there. Because like I was telling my homeboy this week, our vets are not letting up. You've got Hargrave going hard as usual. You know what I mean? Like he's a nut. He's such a nut that your boy Landon Dickerson and Malata, they had this little back and forth game that they play on PhiladelphiaEagles.com. Where, you know, you got to guess who the guy's talking about. And all Landon said was my nightmare. And Jordan Malata was like, Javon Hargrave. I love it. Hilarious. So anyway, Javon Hargrave's still doing his thing. Fletcher Cox is performing at a, yeah. I mean, I believe it's there's that word again. It's a cyclic thing where these guys, they just, Howie Roseman, Howie Potter, how he busting the stupid dope moves. It's just an amazing thing that he's done. He's got these young balls in that's putting a fire under these old heads. And then these old heads, though, they're not taking it. So, I mean, they're definitely showing improvement on the field, but they're spreading their knowledge to these youngins like they want them to be better. Like you hear from everyone across the board, from slaying certain teams, you hear people say that, and you just don't think it's real, but you see it when these youngins come in and they just have a forget a quarterback factory. They have a football factory going on over there of it could be astronomical proportions. I mean, dare I quote Michael Irvin, who said this could be a dynasty in the making. I can't believe I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, it's only 3 weeks. Let's cool out. But you know what? No, this is what we do. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is a pep rally. Pep it up, hype it up. Bowl season back again. We in the thing now, though, and we up against a very formidable adversary this week in the Jacksonville Jaguars. We better be ready to bring. But anyway, back to the pep rally. So you've got that going on. Jordan Davis come into fruition with watering those flowers and those roots. Those roots are taking place, and those are big roots. And another one, come down now. Come to you, man. What you doing over there, Smitty? What you doing? Smitty, come on down. Crowd goes crazy. Smitty led all receivers last week in wide receiver ratings. Ratings according to, I believe that was at PFF2, I believe so. Rating of 91.7. Yeah, highest rated wide receiver week three. I mean, and he was on fire week 2. He's just been on fire, period. Like, it's wild. You saw, oh my God. Just hyped about this dude and the prospect of what he could do this week also, man. It's about to be wild out there. Smitty, bro. Skinny Batman. Yeah, that might have to. You know what I told myself? I'm only getting legacy jerseys from here on out, man. I should have got my jerseys with American Express because, I mean, the only one who I got who's left is Graham. Had to repurpose that Wednesday joint. So, oh, yeah, you better believe you. I don't give a damn. It's between us, though, right? That joint is brown now. I don't give a damn. Look what Brown did for me. Look what Brown did for us. Yeah. You got that. Yeah, but Smitty, oh no, it's very, very, very tempting. Plus, he's rocking that number 6 Julius Urban type issue. You don't see the correlation in that. And plus, always, all day, 1 + 6 = 7. Dr. J run the title with the 6s. I ain't gonna talk more about that. Yeah. So we got that going. Zach. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Zach McPherson pulling in number 27, switching up, coming in for Maddox. But yeah, and then we've got Devonta. Shout out to Devonta at the PEP Rally. Who do I think is gonna show out this week? I think this is Kez week, man. I think this will be a big Kez week. Cause you know they've got those injuries over there. They have to roll coverage to, but they gotta get at Jalen some. I don't know what that DC over there is drawing up, but here's the craziness. That DC over there comes from Tampa. Remember the last time Jalen faced Tampa, right? Yeah, actually both times. Yeah. Just rough. The first time their offense just obliterated what they did. What are we talking about, right? So anyway, yeah, their defensive coordinator, Isaiah Michael, what's his name again? He's got the same name as that old coach, Caldwell, right? So yeah, he's of the Tampa Bay. Comes from Todd Bowles coaching tree, dare we say, right? Yeah, defensive philosophy at least. So yeah, we got to be ready for that. But this is a different Jalen this year. This is a different team this year. We have different weapons this year, a different focus this year, most definitely, which I think is, no one's really, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are talking about a lot of things because, there's a lot of things to talk about with this team. Just so we ran off at the PEP Rally. Jordan Davis, Devonta Smith, not to mention all the other guys going crazy. Like they were talking about weaknesses on this team on television the other day, talking about the only weakness prior to the season starting was Jalen Hurts. Like, bro, they're not even bringing up our boy Marcus Epps because he's playing at such a high level. No one's even talking about Marcus Epps as if he was ever even a weak link to be even thought of. This is wild. So many pieces. But I just, hope and pray to the football guys. Keep us healthy. You know what I mean? Get us through. Yeah. Let's not get crazy, right? Spirit bombs. Goku spirit bombs and all that. Just keep us healthy. But yeah, so I think it's Kez Watkins and just out of nowhere, Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon might shock. That might be that dude you need for your perfect lineup tomorrow. Like, who would have thought Trey Sermon? maybe they seen something in practice. Maybe there's really nothing wrong with Boston Scott. This is all that conspiracy theory book BS that, us as fans go through sometimes. And who knows what Jonathan Gannon, then, to freak it even further, like, who knows what Jonathan Gannon may pull out the hat. Maybe he's been holding Hassan Reddick back with, some tricks to pop in at later games, and boom, shocking surprise. Like they probably have tricks for every game, wrinkles, of course. Of course, these coaches are like nonstop with this. From what I hear, from what I see, like it's just wild. I just hope they don't outthink themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm just ready. PEP Rally. What else did I touch on? Everything I wanted to touch on. I know we ran long, man. But this is game day eve. Every game day eve. It's like, I say this all the time, but I really, really mean it. It's like Christmas Eve. I just, you sit there, showing y'all shaking like, oh, football's tomorrow. Oh man, the night games is just the worst. I couldn't imagine waiting as a child, waking up and waiting till the night to open. Well, you know what? That's sort of like Christmas Eve for the people that open their gifts on Christmas Eve. So yeah, it's wild nonetheless, man. Can't wait. And I think they have a game. Oh my gosh, football starts at 9 tomorrow for us on the East Coast. Yeah. Those days are wild when you're waking up 9 a.m. Football on, then football at 1, 4, 8. Like, yo, bro, it's wild. Tomorrow's gonna be a fun day. Speaking of England, aren't like I feel like Eagles and Jags, did we play there before? Let me know in the comments. I don't know if we played there before. We like two of the teams that have played there the most. I remember, Jake Elliott had this sweet Eagles jacket that they gave him over there, man. Oh, that jacket is so hard. Y'all seen it with the silver and the Eagles, the Kelly Green Eagles across with the with the Britain patch. I forget what they call it. I think I used to know that. It's called something. Damn it. It's like a mix of a few for UK, Britain, something like whatever. No England fun facts for you. But yo, speaking of England, bro, one of the illest Philadelphia Eagles fans from England, my boy Liam. I haven't seen him in a while, bro. Anybody know? Send me a link, because I used to be subscribed, and now I'm just realizing like I don't get notifications from Liam. Anybody know where Liam's at? Let me know. Where's Liam? That's one question. But as we always do when we end this thing out, man, we end this thing out with questions, because we got questions, right, y'all? Who we got questions for, y'all? We got questions for you, NFL. Yeah, we got questions for you, NFC. Yeah. Most importantly, we got questions for you, NFC East. And you know what? For now, for you too, D-Pity. For y'all Jacksonville Jaguars, what you gonna do when Eagle Mania runs wild on you? Let's go, Hurtsmania, all of that Batman Mania. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Forgot to drop on y'all the little tidbit about the way the Eagles put down their reports, the game status on the injury report. So you see the whole list. It's a whole bunch, like damn near the whole damn team, right? 2 guys are out. Avonte Maddox, Boston Scott. However, the rest of the guys that that they have on the injury report, as far as their game status, it goes unspecified. Have you seen this before? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm looking deeper now. I'm used to questionable, out, probable. They unspecified. I'm liking it. I'm liking what we're doing over here, Rock. I think we got a contender. We looking good, y'all. But yeah, holla back. Peace.